We're finally in Darwin. I see why everyone says it's hot, because we got here and you can tell straight away from Sydney it's pretty hot. It's kind of weird being in August and in Australia and being hot. The locals are pretty good here. We had a buddy give us a car and pick us up from the airport, so the locals seem alright. Good field of cars tonight from a bunch of different states. Not as many New South Wales cars, but definitely good cars from all around. We only came into Australia yesterday morning at like, what was it, just after 6 a.m. So we had like 30 hours of traveling and then went home for a little bit. We live about an hour, or I do, from the city where the airport is, and then we went back to the airport last night and took our first flight to Darwin. Never been here, so see what happens tonight. And I'm looking forward to kind of checking out the racing. Everyone rates this event being the best Australian event for sprint car racing, and with the field of cars, then we'll see who's going to get the win. Get it? Darwin, the win.
5 p.m. Eastern time. Damn it, we can do Central time.
Right, we made it to Northline Speedway, I think it's called, in Hidden Valley. I totally forgot that there's a V8 supercar and drag strip track basically in this entire complex. It's all in one. It's a really cool setup. There's a packed crowd coming in. We've actually got a GoPro on Matt Egel's car tonight. He won here as recently as last year. You can see the crowd. This whole track is kind of sits in like a bit of a cauldron. You can see the crowd sitting up on the grass there on like a massive grass mound. But yeah, there's grandstands all around. Cars are starting to, and teams are starting to load on the infield right now for engine warm-ups, and then we go straight into hot laps. Like I said earlier, massive field. There's also kind of corporate suites and things like that over here coming into one of the turns. So should be a good night of racing. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens. I got no idea who's going to win. There's so many good cars here from all different states around Australia. So there's a really good vibe at this event, and I'm really glad we came. So let's see how Matt Egel goes tonight.
What are we like on the air? It might be way too fat or something.
Yeah, well, there's 94, it's probably about 93 now.
Yeah. Are we fat though? Or?
Nah, it was smack on.
Yeah, I said that straight away, so they're going to get quick here, but I was hoping I could just hold it for my own heat and sound like this fucking now, but did it sound like it?
Nah.
Yeah, I feel really good. Just being first out, you're sweeping the track for everyone else, but we're still lucky to get on the front row, so can't complain too much.
You like racing here?
Yeah, I love it. It's a great place, great track. It's always racy. They do such a good job up here promoting the whole series, and it's just an enjoyable time of year to come up here.
What's with the teeth on the wicker bills?
So my wing manufacturer, TaylorMade Wings, he has a bit of a theory behind it. He said, "Oh, do you want to try it?" So I said, "Yeah, I'll try it." And I think it's a good talking point. It gets a lot of people talking about it, and especially when you're winning.
Right, so he's got second quick in his group. They only qualify against their heat groups, although the heats are split into two. He starts out of 2 for his heat because he was second quick, and then he needs to finish in the top 2 to make it through to the dash. The top 3 make it through to the feature, so he can lose a spot and still start in the top 15 for the feature. But for the dash, they line up 1 to 5 by marble, and also 6 to 10 also draw a marble just to see where they start out for the dash, and that obviously lines up the feature. So either way, he seems pretty good. He looks comfortable. They had a problem with, he just checked the spark plugs, as you would have seen. He was a bit worried about them. He changed one of them over, you know, just kind of smelling it, looking at it, and making sure it was what he wanted. So he changed one of them over. He wasn't too happy with it. Sun's starting to set, and team's getting ready for the heat. So let's see what happens.
fucking time me in the roller in. Come to green light and turn straight at the same with me every fucking time. It's fucking spoke over. In the roller, and then every time we're in green, he's fucking around my left wrist.
Yeah, and he stood on his dick on the first one, and it just buzzed up.
Your mate didn't go with you on the first one. He let you go. He held everyone.
Yeah, but he's just fucking drilling me.
No, but on that first start, I'll make down the bottom.
Yeah, he shouldn't even be there. That's cool.
Well, and a hand up at the same at the back end, they where it belongs.
Yeah, well,
You're in the A.
Yeah,
you're in the A, but you should have been.
Fuck you on.
The Northern Territory.
Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic champ. One of the nice guys of Australian Sprint Car.
What happened in the heat race?
I think everyone's seen the same, but unfortunately they deemed me, or both of us, I'm not even too sure what they deemed us for, but the Polos was playing games and trying to bang wheels and push me up, and then off the starts driving straight into me, so I didn't think there was too much in it really. He sort of went as well, but they kept pulling him back, and for some reason they put us both to the rear. I've sort of never really seen that happen before.
What did the engine feel like? Did that feel big?
Yeah, no, the engine was good, so we changed that one spark plug that looked wet, so I'd say it's just a bit of a fouled spark plug. And engine's good now, so that's a relief. Car feels really good. Obviously we got back up to third, so we locked in, one spot off making the dash, but starting out at 13, so we're deep in the field, which, you know, it's always a risky spot, you know, especially first turn. You got to just try and keep out of trouble. So if we can keep out of trouble the first few laps, well then, you know, you try and knuckle down and start picking them off one by one and try and make a podium to try and salvage something. So I think for these 2 weekends, you sort of got to be on the podium every night. It's tight in points, and yeah. So we'll just give it our shot, best shot.
Second call, sprint cars A makes the grid.
Right, the midget feature's just finished up. Time for the sprint car feature. Matt starting out of position 13, obviously because he didn't make the dash, he didn't finish in the top two in his heat. Obviously he wasn't happy, you would have seen that. But he's got some good guys in front of him. Lockie McHugh, who's just finished racing in the States while we were over there in Knoxville. He's off pole, he dominated the dash. He just looks really comfortable, can pick his lines easy and where he wants to turn in. Unlike the guys, some of them behind him who haven't raced for quite a while, they just don't look as comfortable right now. So Lockie's definitely the one to beat. You got Stephen Lyons who finished second behind him. You got some other good cars behind them, like Brock Hallett, Cody Morosky, Jamie Veal, of course, Matt Dumsney, Daniel Harding, Ryan Jones, Chase Kapenko, he's a local up here, and also Quinlan is out of 3. So there goes Matt now. He's pushing out for the feature. Going to be interesting to see what happens, but yeah, just really needs to move forward. Like he said in our interview with him, this is the series, so he needs to be competitive each night and run really well. So having been put back in the heat race for what they deemed as a jump start really does affect his series points, because now he's starting out of position 13. Yeah, I think maybe a top 5 tonight. I'd say they'll be happy with that after starting out of position 13. But either way, I'm excited to watch our first feature here at Northline Speedway in Darwin. Should be a cracker. Let's watch. definitely tearing some stuff up here tonight. I was just talking to the track curator, and it seems to be, and it's not an uncommon thing, is that when sprint cars are on, that's fine, but when you've got a class that has skinny tyres, like the sedans, they start to create ruts. So they've got sedans on tonight with them. So when you need to keep moisture in the racetrack for a sprint car because they wear out the track so quickly. But when you've got sedans on, they seem to get through that moisture and create these ruts, kind of like running your fingers through butter. It just creates these ruts. So it makes it really difficult for the sprint car drivers to deal with, as someone's just wrecked. It's a bit of a junkyard here on the infield. You got Lyons, Anderson, you got Veal. Rock Hallett had a wreck on his own. That's how Veal got knocked out. He ran into Hallett. So yeah, definitely some torn up stuff tonight. Matt Egel, that we got the GoPros on, he is up to I think 6th or 7th. He had a battle with Matt Dumsney halfway through the race. I think we've only got maybe 15 laps to go, something like that. But yeah, that's just the way the track pans out. Running a little bit over time too, but still a packed crowd here that's sticking around to watch the race. So let's see how the rest of it pans out.
That was pretty treacherous.
Yeah. Well, I thought, we're gone in 2, coming out of 2 that one stage.
That good bike there out of 2. Awesome.
I thought that time was going to be absolutely...
Did another 5 laps, I reckon.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's still got nipples.
Oh, no, you probably just didn't have to leave
Have a look at the tyre, it's still got nipples on the right here.
Still salvaged a good finish in the end.
Yeah, just got a carnage, so just played it smart, Didn't take any risks out there and just took an opportunity when I knew it was safe to do so. And probably still nearly bit me in the arse a few times, I think, but yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone else is in the same boat out there. Yeah, 5th tonight from 13th. I guess you can say we sort of half salvage tonight and bring it on tomorrow night.
Feel a bit tired early on?
Yeah. I'm pretty well known for that. Run a tyre car and sort of I'm always there at the end, but sometimes I just leave it too late.
Yeah.
It's definitely making ground towards the end, but it just takes a few cars to hold you up for those few too many laps, and you just lose too much ground, and you end up using all your energy up just trying to get past those people.
And trying to wash up tonight and do some maintenance?
Yeah, we'll head back to Jamie O'Neill's house and wash the car and do the maintenance, and we'll get it all done tonight because it's obviously hot up here, so we just do it for the night. Get to bed late, but at least we can sleep in and then just chill out, go for a swim and rock up around the 3 o'clock and be nice and fresh.